you just have. Think about this. You're warming up for the national championship. Like Penix is warming up. He's like, all right, cool, but he's locked in. And you just look over, and Will Rogers is just
Yeah,
playing
it's
grab
insane.
ass on the
Did you
sidelines.
see?
Like,
Did you see? What's his face? Glendora boy on the sideline.
where's Glendora boy?
Decker, DeGraff.
I did not see Decker
You
on the
didn't see him? He was on
sidelines.
the sideline.
No,
Yeah,
no,
like
I
close, like
didn't.
they had a close up. Well, like
Are you serious?
they were showing Penix or somebody else, and he was like in the foreground. Yeah, he's already there.
You got like a jersey and all that, or
Yeah, number 92, I think. I mean, he wasn't wearing a helmet or
yeah,
anything, but he just had the
little white
jersey
jersey.
on. Yeah, no, I
Hey,
saw him. I'm like, that guy looks
nah.
familiar. And then I went to Twitter and I saw a thing, and then I saw a picture of him there, and they were like, Glendora's own on the sideline, number 92. I'm like, what the hell?
Had a baby.
I'm like, good shit, kid.
Yeah, had a
Live it
baby.
up.
Facts, dude. Because when you start playing, shit, you don't have time for that.
Can you go in there and
And
play right tackle? Help
I know
Penix
you
out or
can.
something? Was getting slaughtered out there.
I mean, I know Michigan's D line is good, but boys,
It
somebody,
is good. Like, it's just like,
somebody.
man, can we help? Can we help a little?
I mean, we might as well dive into the recap of this game because, like,
Yeah.
so for everyone who's been listening to our podcast since we've existed, which I don't know why you have, you're losing IQ from it, but hey, we applaud you for it. I mean, we said from the beginning, Washington needs to win the toss. This
Hmm.
is a three-step system. Win the toss. Step one, they did that.
Yeah, they won the toss.
Step two,
Take the ball.
take the ball. Step three,
Score a touchdown.
score a touchdown.
They could do those three things. Now the game is in their hands. Instead, you get behind, and then you know you have to throw, and then their pass rush is going, and you let Michigan run the ball. Michigan ran for 303 yards.
I'm thinking that's pretty good.
Like McCarthy, 10 completions.
Yeah.
Guy's the greatest quarterback ever, apparently. 10
Oh,
for
of course, I
18,
heard it.
140. Like, oh my gosh.
58.3
Penix threw
QBR.
2 picks and had a better QBR.
Yeah, Penix, like,
At least he's trying. At least he's trying to deal out there.
I just look back and, like, I tweeted out in the middle of the game that, like, something to the effects of, like, hey, like, it was a great game until the refs took it over. And, like, I get all fans are going to complain about the refs, but it was like, okay, this game was going perfect. Like, it was back and forth. It had the defensive holds and all this and that. And the refs were letting the boys play, which, I mean, you and I are a fan of letting the boys play. Like, let the
Yeah.
guys dictate the game. Until, like, all of a sudden, when you start calling penalties on one team and blatantly not the other. Like
They were just
it's
missing the ones that they were missing were the ones that, like,
game
were the
changing.
reason why Washington is good. It's because you can't cover these guys.
Yeah.
Odunze was getting molested out there.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad. There was a couple, like the one when they ended up scoring anyway. My boy literally almost got his head ripped off.
Yeah. On
On
the
the one
pivot
down
route.
literally, the guy just grabbed him and said, "You're dead."
Yeah,
And
get that.
then down the sideline gets grabbed. Then another guy gets grabbed, and then they did miss a couple, like,
So,
missing
like,
the holdings on Michigan's offensive line. It's tough, like, because they couldn't get
so
much pressure, and then by the times they would, they get held. So it is unfortunate, but
the one that was really critical for that they missed, the refs, was the big pass play to Colson Loveland
yeah.
at, like, the third. I think it was the end of the third quarter. It's what, 3rd and 8 or something like that.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a blatant hole right up the gut. So
Yeah.
he's gonna get sacked off. Actually, it's off of his right side, so it's gonna be his right guard. Blatant hold, and if he gets to him, like, it's still a 20-13 game.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
that's a
I,
tough
I
one.
think the play that, like, killed it was I think what lost Washington this game was just their inability to block 4 down linemen. Like, they just couldn't
That
do
was
it.
bad.
They just couldn't give Penix enough time because there were guys open,
Mhm.
and he just didn't have enough time to throw. And then when he try and stand in there and throw it, he either get hit, or when he hurt his ankle. I mean, the killer blow was you make it 17-10. Get the ball, start the half, throw a pick first play. Like, it's kind
That
of
was
like
tough.
was his fault, kinda, but, like, gets his
Get
ankle
stepped on.
stamped on while he's trying to throw it. I think he honestly was trying to throw it over his receiver's head out of bounds and couldn't
Mhm.
get enough on it because he got his front foot just slammed, basically.
Yeah.
And that's just, like, oh my gosh, what just happened? They still held them to 3,
Yeah,
which was pretty
kept them in
amazing.
the game a little bit.
Washington's defense, I'm not gonna put this on Washington's defense, really.
No, they showed up.
They had a tough start. Even the 2 touchdowns that, what's the guy's name?
Not Corum, Edwards. Yeah,
Edwards scored on were like they bottled him up, and it's just like kinda sifted backside and boom, there's a hole and he's gone. It's not like they didn't design it that way.
yeah.
They were kinda, I'm not gonna say they scored off luck, that's, like, not lucky, that's, like, just still the play, but,
They
you
scored
know,
off a
not
broken play, not
mhm.
design. Like the ball wasn't supposed to go
Like,
backside
Washington, even
and
on
cut
those
through.
touchdowns, they filled the gaps well, and, like, they were trying, which is why later in the 2nd and 3rd quarter when those cutbacks weren't kinda hitting, they were getting stuffed. I mean, they couldn't run the ball worth anything until McCarthy had that scramble.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, it was just it was w what could have been, basically.
yeah.
There were chances there for Michigan gave them basically 3 drives to kinda do something, and they just would either get behind, false start here, double false start, like,
Yeah,
you get the ball back and they get sacked. Then it's 2nd and 18, and you're like, "Dude, could you just get ahead of
head of the
the
chains a
chain?"
little
And
bit.
who knows, man, if they hit Odunze on that 4th down,
Bro,
and then it's 17-17 at half,
it's a different game.
maybe.
No, I mean,
Maybe, and if John, like, I think that there were running lanes there for Washington, and Johnson just couldn't run. They
no,
should have put the other guy in.
yeah, I don't
At
know.
least
Like,
give some fresh legs so he can hit a hole. Like, the
yeah,
hole was there, like how he was running against USC. Like, it was still there.
yeah, they
He
were
just
moving some
couldn't
people up
burst
front.
and get there.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the old adage of like, play till they got to carry you off the field. But like, if you can't hit the hole when it's there, like, let somebody else get in
You're
who
not
can.
helping me.
No, I respect the
Yeah.
effort. I respect, the gumption and the I'm gonna play till the wheels fall off. But like, we don't need you to play till the wheels fall off. We need somebody in there that can hit the hole.
We need someone that can score. Please.
And thank you. Yeah, I mean,
I'm Yeah,
it's
I'm glad
tough
it didn't
to
turn into like, there was a chance it was gonna turn into a blowout like last year, so I'm
boat
glad
race. Yeah,
Washington, like, they battled, which they kinda had been all year. You think they're out of it, you're like, "Ah, this is the one," and then they just kinda, like, find a way. I thought this was gonna be a, like, Penix frickin'
second
finds
half
a way and
masterclass.
gets this thing going. They just couldn't block it up enough to get the big plays.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and then
That
they hit a big play to Odunze before they got the other one to him, but it was a holding on the offense, which it was kind of like a you kinda
yeah,
just pushed him over, I don't know.
push the oaf
You
over a
didn't
little
call the
bit.
other ones, but you call this one on them, like, alright, right when they get a big play.
That's where I kinda got pissed at the refs because I was like, because they
It's like,
said before the
dang.
game, and it was very emphasized on the Pat McAfee cast, it was like, "We talked to the refs and they said, we don't wanna affect the game, like, we just wanna be spectators." It's like, "Well, then why did you choose to call that one and not the other one?" Like,
Yeah.
at least be consistent on both sides. I'm okay if it's consistent on both sides, but when it's not, it's just like,
Yeah,
it's
it's just
just
tough when
stupid.
that always, because it's gonna happen, like, they're gonna
Yeah.
miss calls, it's just always
Mhm.
so unfortunate when it's on really meaningful plays, like,
Yeah.
Washington could get a sack and get Michigan off the field, but they get a completion because he had point 0.5 more seconds to throw because he got held,
Mhm.
and you don't call it, and you're like, "Well, dude,
Yeah, you
this
gotta
almost seems like it's a." I think at the
yeah.
end of the day, it's just unfortunate that cheaters ended up winning.
Yeah.
Like, you're teaching the young kids out there that cheating is okay.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, makes you sick. Like, when I really stepped back and looked at it, like, honestly, I don't really care about the Connor Stallions thing. It's like,
Quarter
um,
scallions?
it like, if it wasn't cheating, then why would they have fired him? So there's that. Like,
Facts.
you know what I'm
Yeah, he
saying?
would
Like,
still stay on the staff.
if it was like, no, that's like everyone does it. It's like if it wasn't kind of questionable and like scummy, then they wouldn't have just fired him.
Yeah, out of the
So
blue.
okay, so that's kind of just telling right there. It's like whenever you see like a CEO or a president, like, they're
Just
gonna
resign.
step down,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, got their ass. Like,
Yeah.
definitely something wrong here. Um, And then
No, it's
Harbaugh missed the first why did he miss the first 3 games? I forget what that was about. Was it, like, recruiting
about
violations?
a recruiting violation. It was during COVID, and he was meeting with the recruit, and like the way they found out was because he bought the guy a hamburger, and like people are forgetting, it's not that he bought the hamburger, it's that he met with the recruit in person when the rules strictly said you couldn't.
Yeah.
That was that
So,
was what
like,
the narrative was. He
they
got
had
blown up for that.
15 games this year, and he missed 6 of them. He couldn't even coach 6 of them because they
Couldn't coach. You and I both know he was at the hotel
Yeah, I mean,
probably
he was
coaching by
definitely
Zoom, like
for
making
sure.
calls.
Like, it was just crazy that that's, like, the team that ended up winning, and it was just funny.
You know what was even funnier is, did you notice that whenever they'd show a timeout for Michigan, they would hold up like covers so that you couldn't see their signs, and it's like, so the
Yeah,
people who are accused of sign stealing are worried
yeah,
about people stealing their signs.
of
Like,
course.
you guys are such shitbags. I mean,
Yeah.
congratulations to Michigan. That running
It
game and that
Yeah.
pass, that defense is really good. McCarthy is
He's a shitter.
is a shit quarterback, man. Like,
I don't care what anyone
he's
says.
so bad. Like,
I'd
so
say
bad.
he's,
So bad.
like, mid. He's, like no, not mid. He's, like, below mid. Like, he's not I wouldn't say he's, like, shit. He's not, like, complete.
I think his running
He's not an
ability keeps him
Iowa
out of
quarterback.
shit.
Yeah, he's not,
Right,
like
right.
which is crazy, like, he's probably a top 5 quarterback in the Big Ten. That's how bad Big Ten quarterbacks are, which is why I said, like, obviously, I'm not saying that Michigan DBs aren't good, but I'm saying they haven't like, go back and watch, man. They're grabbing every play, like, that's all they do is grab, 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 hold, and then the pundits will brush over it as, "Well, they're just a physical,
Yeah.
hard-nosed defense." I'm like, "They just hold." That's what they do. I watched it the
Yeah.
whole game. There were some nice plays, and obviously you're gonna make a good play, but majority of the time they are grabbing and holding, and they haven't had to play receivers that are good.
I do have to say it's a pretty interesting narrative, like you're saying, it'll be spun that they're a physical team. However, last year when the Eagles are in the Super Bowl and they get caught for a holding, they're a undisciplined football team. They couldn't
Yeah,
play.
like
It's like the
but
narrative shifts,
the
man.
one thing I will say, like, to Michigan's credit is they had their plan from, like, I
Mhm.
forget how many years Harbaugh's been there. And it wasn't going as well as it could, and they stuck to their guns. They said, "Nope, this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna go defense in the trenches, run game, play action. We're not switching up. This is how we're gonna do it," and it worked, and it ended up working out for them. Now
It's
they
pretty
probably
impressive.
got the worst Bama team ever in playoff history to go against, which helped,
Almost choked it
and
away.
then you get a Pac-12 team, which typically you can run on some Pac-12 teams.
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
That was very interesting. And I mean, we talked about it before, but it's unfortunate. We got to say it's McMillOVER, pal.
It's over.
McMillOVER.
I am interested to see which way, because obviously, for those of you that don't know, Washington, Oregon, USC, UCLA will be joining the Big Ten. I'm curious to see which way the conference leans. Like, do
Yeah.
these teams get less offensive, spread it out, throw it, or do they turn more into Big Ten teams, or do you get to see some of these Big Ten teams maybe get a little more
Exposed on the passing.
free. Yeah, I don't know. Like, are there gonna be more games like that for Washington, Oregon, SCU, say, where they just get 300 yards put on them on the ground? Or are we gonna see, like, hey, maybe these defenses aren't as good as we thought? Because there were definitely opportunities for Washington to
There were plays to be made.
there were plays to be made, and I think that they haven't seen a pass rush and a
Yeah.
front seven like Michigan. Like, I'm curious to see, like, will it be easier for these Big Ten defenses to adjust to, like, high flying offense, or will it be easier for the offenses to adjust to kind of pass rush of these Big Ten teams? I'm curious. It's gonna be pretty interesting.
I did notice against Michigan's defense, they were very vulnerable to the screen. Like there was one where McMillan, it was a great play by the defense. He didn't even mean to do it, but the DN gets cut, like let loose, and he
Yeah,
trips over McMillan.
yeah.
If McMillan catches that rock, like
Oh,
he's
he's
running
gone.
down the
Yeah,
sideline. So
yeah.
maybe that's the game plan for next year for these Pac-12 teams coming in is like, hey, we're faster on the outside. Use
Yeah.
their speed against them. They're bigger.
There's plays to
Boom,
be
catch them
made.
outside. Yeah. So
And
it'll
are
be
they gonna
interesting
now
to
be
see.
able to recruit these big O linemen?
That's the big
Like,
question.
like, can they steal 2 of these Michigan O linemen and a Wisconsin guy and a this? Because now they have the Big Ten pipeline
And you get
instead
the
of all.
sunny Southern California or
Yeah,
like
you still get your
Washington, right?
athletes and your quarterbacks, like,
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting to see how all of that kind of starts playing out at least the next couple of years. But for all I know is Jim Harbaugh, welcome to the Los Angeles Chargers, baby. You will be I
Got him, baby.
he should put the hat on in the press conference. He's going there, right? Like especially now, go out Cinderella story. You bring a title to Michigan,
I
he's going,
I
right?
think he's pulling a Pete Carroll and leaving right before sanctions come down. Like I
Think they're going to
am
get caught with something?
I am very confident that Michigan is gonna have to vacate this entire season.
They're going to do a little off-season like, "Hey, let's actually look back at this thing and how much were they scamming? Oh, a lot."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, like
maybe they will. I feel like you can kind of finesse sanctions nowadays with NIL. Like you can kind of just like
probably, yeah.
say, "Well, it was NIL, we're good," and just like skate around all wrongdoing. But he's a Charger, isn't he now? Like surely.
No, he
I
won't
couldn't
get caught with the allegations. He'll leave.
No, yeah, but like I'm just saying
He has to be a Charger.
right. Like no way they're not getting Belichick.
I don't think Bill wants to be in San Diego. Like I just don't
Y-
see him as a San Diego guy. I see him more. He fits Washington because they're a miserable franchise. So it's like give
Yeah,
them the Goblin coach. Like he's a great coach, but he looks like a Goblin. Like
yeah.
he
And then
just
who's
pissed.
head coach in
Carolina.
um no, in New England. You think Vrabel leaves the Titans and goes to New England? I could see that.
I can see that. And I think if he does that though, he would sign Derrick Henry. Like I think Derrick Henry's waiting on his decision.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, but honestly, good title. I mean, I'd say it was a decent title game. At
It was
least it
good
didn't
for like
end
the
in a
last 5
blowout. The
minutes.
score didn't show how close it was. For
Yeah.
basically till 7 minutes left in the game, it's a one score game.
Yeah.
So
No,
I'd
100%. It was a
say
great game. I enjoyed it.
it was good. Got a little punt off in the third quarter.
Bro, that
Second and third
Washington
quarter, they
punter's
kind of just
good.
my boy was hitting just some rollers out there. It was pretty impressive. We didn't cash any bets. We didn't fucking nothing hit. It was just all the Michigan things hit.
I thought about doing a little parlay with the Michigan running game, and I was like, like
Did that
Penix
McCarthy
throwing.
over? It did. I was so close to taking McCarthy over on rushing.
You would have had it as soon as he broke up the middle.
I know. It was only like 23, and I wanted to do it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna put if I lose because I took McCarthy over on rushing, I'll never be able to live with myself. I'll tell you one thing I should have just hammered was McCarthy under on passing. I
Yeah, that
wanted
should
to
have
so
been.
bad. I didn't pull the trigger, but it just felt like
See, where I was lost, like I went over on everything for Washington as far as passing game, like anything you could think of.
yeah,
And as I'm cashing this in, I'm like, the
they're gonna
number
get
one
clamped.
defense, like,
I only did it because I knew I was gonna be rooting for Washington, and if they were to win,
they have to air it
that's
out.
what they had to do. So it's like I almost thought I still was gonna be able to backdoor at the end because I'm like, oh, they could get 2 drives here, and they're gonna just
That's what I thought. I was looking
air
at
it
my
out.
level.
I'm like, they might Penix
I
still
had
might get to 300.
I had
He
Polk
didn't.
for the 4 catches, he had that. I had McMillan for, I think, over 65, I think, and he was at, like, 62 or something like that. Like,
Yeah,
it was I thought I was gonna cash those out and be like, "It's not that bad of a
yeah.
bet."
Well, we get scammed,
Oh,
so
well, that's
that's
why
how
we
they
don't
get you.
bet. That's
That's
why
how
we
they
don't
get you.
bet. But guess what? We'll be back next week. Fresh paycheck and right back
And
in.
we're back and we're rolling in for wild card weekend, baby.
Like nothing happened.
Hell yeah.
Alright, I mean, might enough dilly dally, might as well get into our picks from the week. I mean,
I've been
Artie
seeing
Smith, man.
I've been
Artie
seeing
Smith.
pretty decent recently.
Oh, you've been seeing pretty sweet there. I'm starting to think you're like the Astros. You got someone with a trash can. It's kind of
Well,
well,
no. Well, yeah, I might have some insider information. Not gonna
yeah.
obviously
No,
leak
it was a
that.
team decision. That's what it was. It was
Yeah,
a team
don't
decision.
need a
Yeah.
Connor Stallion situation on my end here.
Oh.
I'm sending people to games dressed in
Mhm.
other,
Mhm.
uniforms, that whole thing. I don't need any of that.
You
But
paid off Pete Thermal too.
yeah,
Everything.
I paid
Came.
everything off. Um, but yeah, it basically went how I thought it would, minus Jaguar. Like,
We were back and forth on the Titans, though, to
I
be
know,
honest.
I
Like, it
thought
was like
because Vrabel
Vrabel
has the
seems like
boys
the guy.
buzzing. Yeah.
Hey, guess what, Gentry? That one was for you. Okay.
Yeah.
That shit was so funny.
It was,
Because losing sucks, Gentry.
yeah.
Okay. Jesus. I mean,
Um,
What's there to say about the Saints Falcons? I mean, the press conference with Jameis Winston is the funniest press conference I've
The
seen.
that whole interaction, I just watched Artie Smith walk up after the game. He's like, "Fucking bullshit, man. That's some bullshit." And then Dennis Allen's like, I understand that. I understand." Like,
Did you see the coach that went right by Artie Smith? That he just looks at
yeah.
was
Okay,
like, "You
so like
bitch."
now that I know all this information, I'm sure you do about like what actually happened.
Yeah,
Like, what do you do if you're Dennis Allen? You gotta cut Jameis.
you have to cut him.
Right? You can't
You have
just
to
change
cut
the
him.
play. You can't just win, especially a victory form. Like if we're
Yeah.
playing football and like you call a run and I see something, I say it's a pass. Like, all right, we can get over it. They called victory formation, which means this thing's over. We're going home, and you just defied my orders and made not even that made
Made
me
me look
look
like
like
a
a
jackass.
clown on
Yeah.
national television because I got Artie Smith cussing me out saying I'm a jackass. Like, you have to cut. I'm pretty sure that's what Shannon Sharp said too, that you gotta
Yeah,
cut him.
he did, I agree.
I'm like, "Yeah.
You can't keep him, and I
Yeah, it's
just love
horrible." Like,
I respect, though, that he stuck to his guns with the reporter.
yeah.
He said, and I quote, "I understand that the play call was victory formation.
And I said, "I don't give a fuck."
However, you gotta understand it was a team decision, and we voted
Yeah,
and
but
decided."
did the coach get a vote? It seems
Yeah.
like he didn't get a vote. Did everyone vote or just the people that were in the huddle? Of course, the
Last time I
people in the
checked,
huddle are
man.
gonna be like, "Dude, fuck these guys. Let's go score. Who cares?"
I don't think football has ever been a democracy when it comes to play call.
That's what I'm saying. Normally, hey, the OC calls the play, and then you run the damn play. You don't take a vote. Like, "Hey, he called
Sometimes
halfback draw. All in, say aye."
not. All right,
Nay,
well,
nay.
hey,
Okay.
give me another
4
one.
verts.
Yeah.
Like, like that was the most insane thing I'd ever heard. And you know who I blame? I blame Tyrann Mathieu. I
Yeah,
blame
if he
Tyrann
gets
Mathieu
picked 6, none
for
of this
fucking
happens.
high stepping and getting caught by an O lineman on the pick six. Literally starts high stepping like he's Deion Sanders and gets run down by an O line by the offensive tackle.
Yeah.
And then we have this situation. If I'm Dennis Allen, I'm pissed. I
Do you
look like
look
a
at Tyrann
clown.
Matthews and you're like, "Are you happy? Are you
I'm
are you
looking at
pleased?"
everyone and I'm like, I hope I'm cutting all of you. I'm cutting all of you. You guys all
Yeah.
suck. I hate it here. Taysom, you're my quarterback for the future.
No, you might just re-sign Derek Carr just in spite. You know what, Jameis, I'm done with you. Carr,
Like,
coming back.
like it's just so insane. Like, so when I first saw it, right, Artie Smith came up and he's like, "This is bullshit," and I was on team New Orleans
Yeah.
because I'm like, who gives a fuck, dude? They ran a play. I thought that they
You thought the
like
coach called it.
I thought they called the play and they ran a play and they were just doing an FU and I'm like, okay, I'm down. Like, I don't care. That's football. And even the announcers were saying that. Then when it came out that that was they still went with the victory formation and called a sweep off of it. Then I was like, okay, that is some scummy shit right there. Like, they don't give a fuck. That was
Bro,
crazy.
so do we see next year when a quarterback goes to take a knee that someone just blows him up because they're like, "I thought it was
Oh,
gonna be a toss." Like, I didn't know.
yeah, it's gonna get weird. Like, yeah,
Man,
and then just the double down, I was like, dang, all right.
there's some unwritten rules in football that no matter how scummy you are, and I'm talking Jim Harbaugh scummy, like, that's the lowest pit.
Yeah.
There are just unwritten rules where you're like, "If we're in victory formation, we're taking a knee."
Yes.
There's a
In
fake
that situation, like
there's no
like,
fake victory, like,
yeah, it's like, we win and we're gonna take a knee. Now if you lined up in Power I and we said, "No, F you, you're our rival, and we wanna humiliate you in your last game," sure. I
that's
have no
football.
problem. I have no problem with
No.
it, but Jameis took it matters into his own hands and said, "I'm about to just scam right now."
You think he had inside knowledge that he wasn't getting, like, a new contract, so he's like, "Eh, fuck it."
I don't know, but that's
I don't know what team can sign him after that. Like, Jameis, how do I know you're gonna actually run the play I want you to? Like, you're gonna put it up to a vote. Like, what
yeah, I
what
mean,
do I do about
that's
that?
like, you think anyone in the huddle is gonna say no? Like, did you open it up to the 53-man roster to have a vote too? Like,
Did you ask the ref? Hey, you wanna vote? Like, what are you
give Artie Smith a vote while you're at it. Let him
Yeah,
have a
hey.
say. He'll probably say, "Hey, don't score, please." Like, our
No,
guys are just standing there not trying.
just flip you off. Alright, thank you, Artie.
That was
That
crazy.
was that was the story of the weekend. I couldn't stop laughing at it. All right, enough of that. Now down to the Lighthouse with the Texans and the
Mhm.
Colts. I mean, should we even talk about how unlucky your bet was? Like, should we even?
Oh, jeez, that was off my mind, and you just brought it back. So, I'm on Prize Picks, right? I'm scrolling.
Yeah.
What was my first one? I
Let
had
me see if you
over
sent
on
it to me. I think you might have sent it to
did I
me.
have an over on something? I had 2 bets, right?
Mhm. Yeah, you did.
I had, I had Pittman over.
You had Pittman over.
Yeah, I think I had Pittman over on yards. And my other bet, I'm scrolling. I'm like, okay, how can I juice these odds a little bit? What can I do? Oh, this looks nice. This might remind you guys, this is probably about 40 minutes before the game's gonna start. So normally the lineups are turned in. Anyone that's active, inactive, you would know already, right? Like you're supposed to, I think an hour before.
Surely, yeah.
And no one was game time decision really that I'd known of. I didn't do a lot of research, but who gives a shit? It's Prize Picks. You just pick an over under.
Yeah.
And I say, "Oh, here's Robert Woods. Oh, this is cool. I'll go
It's a
Robert Woods
bet.
score a touchdown." Over .5 is what it's officially.
Right.
We're going. Texans have a drive. I'm not really paying much attention. I'm like, I haven't seen him. Maybe he's just kind of gadget guy, like red zone, just do a shake route. Then they
Right.
say, yeah, Nico Collins having a big game. Now that no Robert Woods inactive, someone else inactive, Tank Dell out, and I'm like, Robert Woods inactive? I'm like, I put a bet on this guy to score a touchdown. How is this possible? I go in and I'm looking. I'm like, if he's inactive, why did they let me bet on him? And apparently it was a last minute inactive and the app didn't update it. So luckily I got my money refunded, which was nice, but
Nice. Shout
they're
out Prize Picks.
letting me bet on like what if I had a 6 player thing
Yeah.
and 5 of them hit and I got a freaking inactive and I just oh
Oh.
no, sorry, it doesn't all hit. You just get refunded. I'll kill myself
Oh.
probably.
Oh.
Don't let me bet on someone who's not playing football. Me and him had the same odds of scoring a touchdown in that game.
They weren't great.
No, they were
Oh
low.
my
I'm
god.
like, it was hilarious. I'm just sitting there for the rest of the game. Like, no way I get scammed out of $20 like this. Surely not.
Uh,
Pissing me off.
I think you checked the app like 8 times too to make sure. Like, no, no, let me refresh this. Like, let me.
Yeah, like surely this can't be right. Or maybe they'll just insta refund me, and I
Yeah.
won't even have to wait on it. But no, I had to wait till the end of the game, and then they said, "Oh yeah, you're refunded." I was like, perfect. And then I just wasted that money on my $40 that I missed on freaking
Oh,
shitter James Cook.
bro. Okay. I mean, we might as well jump to that. The other ones are washes. I mean, so we had a parlay set. I mean, I just need to get through what I gotta just get through it. Shout out Prize Picks, by the way. We use Prize Picks because
Yeah,
that's what we're
we're allowed to do.
shitters. Yeah, pretty much. State kind of dictates. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'll give them mine.
Mhm.
I had Tyreek over.
What?
I had um yeah, I had Tyreek over. I had Achan touchdown. I had Josh Allen over rushing yards, and then my final cherry on top. They have the like extra points. It's called a demon bet and a goblin bet. Like if it's like more or less more likely to happen or less likely. So I had the least likely thing. It's James Cook touchdown, and sure enough, James Cook dropped a touchdown that went right into his hands in the end zone, and he flat dropped it and didn't get another chance for the rest of the game. And that was between me and $360. So thank you for nothing, James Cook.
I had a so I had two parlays that could have gone through. So the first one I had Tyreek over, got that one. Stephon Diggs over. I had James Cook 83 or more rushing plus receiving yards. So that
Sure.
was like not as close, but whatever. Josh Allen over rushing yards, got that. So I was like 30 yards away from James Cook completing that one. Fine. Then I had a flex pick where I could win just 3 out of my 4. So I had Jaden Reed over receiving yards, got it.
Uh huh.
Josh Allen over passing yards, got it. Somehow Kenneth Walker receiving yards over 12.5 didn't hit. Like, it's a check down against the Cardinals. He
Yeah,
could
he
catch a
didn't get a
wheel route. Like,
screen. He didn't
I
get a
don't
screen or anything.
he didn't get any love from Geno. And if James Cook would have caught that pass, I think I would have made, I think it was 140. Like, it's just no, I think that one was
Kenneth
200
Walker
something.
had 1 catch for 3 yards.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I couldn't find that game on my TV, so I'm watching NFL Red Zone
I
just
swear
as it
that game
switches
they gave
back.
0 updates for that game. I swear I didn't see 1 minute of that game.
Bro, I was just so James Cook screwed us both.
Yeah.
So thank you, James.
Thank you, James.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably bet on you in the playoffs too, and you'll screw us over again. But we'll keep
But I mean, just going to that game, Dolphins kind of had it.
They did.
I don't know if either of these teams are good or bad or like they could. I
They go as
just
far as
don't
Josh Allen does
see.
for the
I
Bills.
don't see either of these teams making a run because I can't see either of these teams winning 3 straight games to make the Super Bowl, right?
They're not
Like,
consistent enough.
yeah, like I just can't see a world where the Dolphins win 3 games in a row. They would have to play more than likely. I mean, they're gonna have to play Chiefs. It would be basically Chiefs, probably either Chiefs and then Bills or Chiefs and then Ravens.
Yep.
And then you'd have to play the other one again. Like they can't beat Chiefs, Bills, Ravens 3 straight. I just don't see a world where they can do it. Same with
So
the Bills. Like I can't. They could beat the Steelers, but then you got to beat Dolphins or Chiefs or Ravens. Like I don't know if they can do 3 straight.
so the only way I see the Bills doing anything in the playoffs is Josh Allen needs to eliminate the turnovers like completely. Like the 2
I don't.
picks in
Yeah,
the
and I don't
red
know if
zone
he's
can't
capable.
happen. I don't think he is. Um, Yeah, with Tua, he's not the game changer right now. He threw a couple Kaiser balls to Tyreek Hill, and for those of you who don't know, Kaiser it's called a Kaiser ball as a quarterback because if you throw it up high and your receiver goes and gets it, and the safety's coming across, you're shipping him a ball that's going to send him straight to Kaiser Permanente.
There you go.
So he threw a couple of those to Tyreek, and Tyreek got up pretty gimpy at the end of the game. So I'm not 100% sure how, even when Tyreek does play, because I know he'll play in the wild card game.
Yes.
I don't know how effective he'll be. Like, he won't be jumping high, I don't think. Like, he'll be trying to keep everything in between low. Um, I just think the Dolphins have the injury bug too late. Like, their 2 top rushers gone. Waddle's hurt right now. You got the running game's kind of slowed down a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
it's just tough, man. But again, I don't think the Bills can take care of the ball well enough to make a run either. So
Yeah, I think if I had to pick one of these, like if right now, if I'm like, hey, you can only pick one of these 2 teams to make it to the Super Bowl, who would you pick? I'd take the Bills,
mhm.
but I don't know if I like.
I don't love it, but
Yeah, I don't
I
love
can
it.
live with it.
I don't love any of these teams.
Except for the Ravens. The Ravens I do
Yeah,
love.
but even the Ravens, I feel like they're due for
Yeah, that's true.
a like where they score 17 points,
Yeah,
and it's just
points
one
to
of
that.
those like shitty games and they can't score and I feel like they're due. Maybe they're just gonna slam everyone, but I guess we can go up to Ravens Steelers.
No, you're not wrong
Um,
because, like, there's always one team we've always talked about it in the regular season, a team that's usually putting up a lot of points when they get to the playoffs
yeah,
struggles.
it'll slow down a little. Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
Rudolph
yeah.
the Red Nose keeps it going.
Yeah, Rudolph, they did their part. They won. They had to do that. Um, and then they got a Jags loss. If the Jags would have pulled it off against the Titans, Steelers would be out of there. It'd be Jags and Bills in the playoffs, but Steelers survived just to get probably first round bounced.
Yep,
Another classic Steelers year. I mean, I hope their fans are happy that they just keep it
over 500.
rolling, being average, being a little tiny sliver of above average, and then you get first round bounced, and you do this whole same cycle next year. It's like what the Steelers remind me of, at least the past 5 to 6 years. The
What?
Call of Duty meme where it's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
excited for the new COD.
Mhm.
Says it's going to be the best COD ever.
Yeah,
Beta is fun. Plays it for 3 weeks, having a fun time. This game is the worst COD ever. I miss the old game, and then it's just this endless cycle.
yeah.
That's the Steelers. It's like playing like shit. Change a quarterback. Quarterback gets hurt. Something. Start playing a little bit better. probably 4 or 5 games left in the year, start talking about, is Tomlin gonna keep the streak alive? Keep the streak alive.
Get first
Maybe
round
sneak
bounce.
into the playoffs, maybe don't. If you do, you get first round bounced. And then
And
you
then we'll
get a
just set it
mid
aside.
first round draft pick again. You'll draft some guy on defense every time.
Yep.
And then you just keep this circle. If it makes you happy, like, would you rather have that, or once every 5 years you make your conference championship game, and
Once
the
every
other
5 years.
years it's like you might sneak a playoff, or you're 7-10, or would you take that one year where it could be conference championship, Super Bowl, or you win the Super Bowl, like, but you're guaranteed that you're going to be there once every 5 years?
No. Give me
It's
it.
just
Give me it once every 5.
because I feel like you just are dying a slower death. It's like 9-8 bounced.
It's
I think their logic is, okay, we keep making the playoffs, so eventually.
they'll get
But I
tired.
think you just keep setting yourself back because you never get a good draft pick to get a quarterback. You always have to, like, well, I hope this mid-round guy from Pittsburgh works. Ope, didn't. Like,
Good Lord, did
I
he
hope
not?
Mason Rudolph hits. Not quite.
Hope Pickens will block.
Well, yeah, probably not. But hey, they're in the playoff. Maybe they'll shock. The thing is, even if they beat the Bills and they're gonna go play the Ravens, and maybe if there's one team that can take them down, maybe it's the Steelers or the Browns. Honestly,
It's true. I'm actually really interested to see the Browns. The Browns, I think, are the biggest threat to the Ravens, just because Flacco knows that team inside and out.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you saw the field pretty well this week, man. Props to you, man.
Yeah, the
Real.
freaking Jags just like that. Talk about a collapse.
Man. What was it?
From 8-3 to 9-8.
We got to get more than one game one
Yeah,
going. More
they
than one.
they like they just couldn't do shit. Like, it's like I'm almost confused about what I was watching. They went 1 and what is that? 1-5 in their last 6, and they went 3-6 in their last
6.
9.
Yeah, man, they were
That
rolling. Then they
ain't
played the
that ain't gonna do
Niners.
it.
Win 2 straight. Lose by 3. Got it. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
Lose at the Browns. I mean, all right. Get pretty much slapped around by the Ravens and the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers one was the toughest one. The
Yeah, that's a bad
Buccaneers
one.
slammed them, like,
Yeah, that you can't have that.
especially after
Can
you beat the Texans and you beat the Titans once. Like,
Yeah.
you're okay losing to the Niners. You're okay losing to like the Browns. Like, that's fine. But that
They
Bucks.
got the pieces too. Jags fired their D coordinator today as well.
Sorry, pal.
Yeah, sorry. Get out of there.
Yeah,
You
clean your
failed.
desk. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it too much, but I'll just read off the games that are gonna happen this weekend. We're obviously end of the week. We're
Right.
gonna do a full, we're gonna pick all the games and give our takes on what's gonna happen. But just so that people know, kind of what the layout is. First game of the weekend, Saturday, 1:30 kickoff. That Pacific time is Browns at Texans. Then you got your 5 o'clock Peacock game. Hope Taylor Swift is a Peacock subscriber because it's Dolphins
Has
at
to be.
Chiefs.
Has to be.
Somebody get that girl a subscription.
Yeah. Come on, man.
10 a.m. on Sunday, Steelers at Bills. That's the biggest line of the weekend, with the Bills as 10-point favorites. The second biggest line is the next game, 1:30 kickoff, Packers at Cowboys. Then I think this is the game of the weekend, 5 p.m.,
I can't
Rams
wait,
at
man.
Lions.
I couldn't have
Detroit's
asked for
three and a
anything
half
better.
point favorites. I'd say that's fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
Ford Field will be absolutely electric. But if
Yeah.
there's one guy that can, like, knows about it, it's Stafford. I don't think that's gonna, like,
Not
really
gonna rattle
rattle
him.
him. Maybe the young guys, it could get to him, so we'll see.
I don't know
And
if
then
Puka can get rattled because he doesn't care.
yeah, maybe not him, but, like, I don't know what the, like, young guys on
Tyron,
defense
yeah.
or in the O-line, or, like, it's like, I'm not worried about. Kupp will be fine, Stafford will be fine, Donald, all those guys will be good, but,
No, I hear what you're
it takes
saying.
all 22 to get
No.
the job, especially on the road in the playoffs. And then the Monday night game, the shitter rat Eagles versus the Buccaneers. Eagles are 3-point favorites.
But
Um,
we have confirmed that we do have our Connor Stallions in the stands, right?
we
That's
are sending our hitman, our friend
liaison to do some
Karate
journalism.
Kid will be in attendance as of now. That's what he said. I don't know. Things may change with that guy.
Okay.
But Eagles fan, Karate Kid 42, aka Brendan Stewart, will be in attendance. Um, big Eagles fan, might kill somebody in the stands.
Yeah, what's the
All
over under on F bombs dropped?
oh, the line's probably about 250.
I might still take
Yeah,
the over.
I know.
I might have to, and I think
All
it
I told
hit.
him is you have to find the Eagles guy.
Yeah.
You have to find Eagles guy. That's what you have to do because like I told him, I said, hey, last time Eagles played at the Bucks in the playoffs, the iconic line of, so the season is over. That's from that game.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe this game ain't over. So the
The
season is
season's
over.
over.
So that's like what happened the last time the Eagles were at the Bucks, which is obviously not a good sign. But I mean, the Bucks. If there's honestly one team I'd want to play, it's the Bucks.
Yeah,
Like I know
defense
it's
is
gonna suck
vulnerable.
going on the road for the playoffs, but like if they're to go to the next round, I'd probably rather play at Tampa than at home against the Rams right now.
Yeah,
If I had to pick, at least like Baker is barely moving on the field. They barely beat the Panthers. It was 9-0 against the Panthers, and I get to say, well, their defense played good, blah blah blah. Well, like the Panthers haven't
Panthers,
scored a
man.
point in the past 8 quarters. They got shut out by the Jags. They got shut out by the Bucks. The
You
one
know what?
thing that does
We do
concern
need to
me
take a
about
second though, because we need to give round of applause to David Tepper for not throwing a drink at someone during this loss.
yeah, I don't know
In
where
four
he was
quarters.
positioned because it was an away game, but I'm sure he
Oh,
had
okay.
but I'm sure he had a suite. He had,
Hmm.
somewhere, but
Okay.
yeah, good
All
for
right.
him. But yeah, we'll go in depth on the playoff
Playoff
games.
picture,
Yeah,
as it were.
and later in the week
Yeah, just a nice little teaser
because
here. The
that's
big
we're
thing.
getting down to it.
Uh, Sources say that Dolphins superfan Frank the Tank said he doesn't have a Peacock subscription and that
Okay,
Barstool Sports just canceled it. So
I'm
I'm
sure
gonna
you
get
could
my guy
find
Peacock.
there's got to be some 7-day free
Yeah,
trial that Peacock will give out for people to watch this game
like Frank. Yeah,
with the intention of like, okay, either some of them forget to cancel
right,
or they say, yeah, well, we'll just keep Peacock. What shows do they have? Like, sure, this sounds whatever. Like, I think
right.
that's kind of what they're hoping for at the end of the day.
I mean, isn't Ted coming out soon? From what I heard, like that series is gonna
The
be
new
jumping
that's a
here.
TV show, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's coming out
Yeah,
February.
they got some stuff in the works, I think. So,
Okay.
yeah,
I mean, it should be a great playoff weekend.
I'm excited.
I mean, as everyone knows from the pod, I am a Rams fan, but
Hmm.
I think everyone is super excited to see the matchup storyline. Like, it's basically an episode 3 from Star Wars. Like, we have Anakin coming back.
Yeah, he's going back home. And you know what's also a banger game storyline wise?
Packers
It's
Cowboys.
Packers at Cowboys.
I'm not
Simply
I'm
because it's
tough one
Packers.
on that one.
Like because Aaron Rodgers has done it to them so many times. Could you imagine? They're like, all right, he's finally gone. And Jordan Love comes into town and beats him. That would be insane. I don't know if the Packers are quite ready
I
to
mean,
do all that, but
I think Jaden Reed can take the top off this defense. If there's
I
anyone who
think it's
can,
possible. But it's tough to beat the Cowboys at home.
yeah,
But
that
I
Jerry
mean,
World
I'd love
turf.
it. You know why I'd love it? Because I would be picking the Rams probably to win.
Yeah,
And I'm obviously going to lean Eagles, which would mean if those things happen now, or if all the away teams wouldn't be crazy, it would be Eagles at home versus the Rams in the next
I'd
day.
like that
Eagles would
matchup
have a
too.
home game. That would be crazy. And Packers would have to go to San Francisco. Any way either of us can avoid San Francisco, I think, is the ultimate dub
I'm all good with
for
that.
anybody.
Although Wentz just, showed that they bleed, but
I
I mean it's
know,
against their
Carl.
backups. So
Yeah, but it was kind of backups on backups. But
Carl did
yeah,
his
it's
thing.
yeah. He's always got one. He needs to. The NFL is a better place when
With
Carson Wentz
Carl.
is slinging the pill out there.
Yeah,
Get him on a team. You tell me he can't go down there in Atlanta
that's what I was thinking.
and get busy,
He could get busy.
right? Like with those weapons and playmakers, let him
Just
get loose. You just give him an O line that can block a little. So he's not dying out there every play and rolling both ankles on one play.
that was Aaron Donald who did that to him.
Yeah, well,
Broke both of his ankles.
I am like, of course the Eagles have a Monday night game, like,
Right.
but it is good because AJ Brown's knee hurts his finger.
Yeah, Hurts'
Smith
finger was
Smith has
crazy.
been banged up. Obviously, didn't play. Swift was sick. Fletcher Cox didn't play. Darius Slay's coming back from his knee thing. He should be good anyway, but like at least gives him a little extra day or two.
So what should make you feel good as an Eagles fan is Chad Ochocinco was on Twitter talking about how he believes that the Eagles are going to put it together for a playoff run,
Yeah,
and that they're doing a lame duck strategy to like get people off of them, and then they're going to just come back to form.
I
I
don't
mean,
know. I mean, sure, I'm down. I'm down.
I
I
did
don't know if
also
that
see.
I don't know if that's true because the past 3 weeks you could be at home. If you would have won
Yeah,
your last 3 games, you have a home game and you're the 2 seed.
I also did see Acho
But
break down the Eagles defense in like a cover two and the mishaps and then the 3 down, 3 up, and it just nobody
yeah,
covering the
it's bad. I mean, the
flash.
one good thing is like the Bucks are like if I were to do rankings, like if we do a 14 team like kind of power rankings going in, the Bucks
They're the worst.
are
The
probably at
lowest.
the bottom. It's either them or the Steelers. But like
Mm.
it's one of the two. Like the Bucks are reeling. The one thing that is bad is the Eagles have no answer for zero blitz,
Yep.
and the Bucks blitz the third most out of any team in the league.
Oh, Todd Bowles will get after you.
So, and all they have to
Oh,
do is just pull up the tape from the Giants games and be like, "Oh, okay, let's just do that," and it'll probably work. The Eagles have no answer. They have no hot route. They have no nothing. I'm like, okay, this,
Rashad White, just sent him on an option route against a backer or against Blankenship and let him
yeah.
just run an out route. Boom.
But it should be better. Like the number one linebacker's coming back. Cunningham will be healthy, like at least more healthy. He was back a little bit, but we kind of started pulling everyone early
What about
second
Leonard?
quarter.
Is he healthy?
Leonard is kind of just rotation guy, but Slay will be back in. AJ Brown should be good. Devontae Smith will be back in. Swift will be back in. Fletcher
Okay.
Cox will be back in. There were a lot of people that still didn't play, a lot of big time guys.
Hmm.
Like it was going to be tough once like they were losing, but like it was going to end up being I think 7-3. They were
Right.
driving to make it 7-3 and AJ Brown got punched out and injured on the same play. So
Yeah,
it's like
they had a chance at it.
then once he goes out it's like X receiver is Julio Jones and I'm like unless we're going back to 2014,
It's not gonna work well.
it's not quite. That's not going to be the answer. We got Quez Watkins doing jump balls and Britton Covey. I'm like, yeah, this game's over.
Yeah.
It's GG.
Hey man, never underestimate the Sirianni's team, man.
Yeah, I'm hoping they could freaking light a fire though. Like,
No. Siri, do
gosh,
not call anybody.
no, it's every time with the Sirianni.
Yeah, don't. You were not him. Make sure she
He
didn't
just
call
he just has
anybody.
a grasp on everything.
Okay, she didn't call
But I
anybody.
didn't know Wentz had 7. He was the highest rusher on the team.
Dude, he
Dude,
was dropped. He did so many read options,
the
quarterback
guy was
draws,
getting
like
active out there.
it's getting busy.
Guy had 17 carries for 56 yards.
So this is the first time I've watched a Rams game where I did not know what the play call was going to be
Yeah,
because
he's
of,
just
like I was like, is it going to be a read option? Is he going to throw it over the top to Puka? Like, what are we
boys out here
doing,
running.
dude? He did
It is
his
crazy
thing.
that 12-5 San Francisco that gets you the 1 seed this year. That is
It is
pretty
crazy.
crazy.
Cannibal
And
Conference.
weren't the um Ravens were 13-4.
Yep,
Yeah, 12-5 gets you the 1 seed.
it's
That
crazy
is
work.
pretty wild. Well, yeah, that's football. Where are we going next? What do we got? Are we
We got
rolling straight into
might be going straight to Twitter.
stoogery? Oh shit.
It's been a
What do we got?
short
What do we
week.
got
We don't have
queued up? Yeah, it is a little bit of
college
a
anymore. Like, what are we supposed to
I
do?
know. It's just sad. That's what it is.
So this is
Football's
pretty
coming
bad.
to an end. We got Call of Duty coming back this weekend though.
Oh yeah. We'll be up in Prize Picks, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be
Oh
hoping
yeah.
to get back. I'm going
Hoping to
Pope
get
over.
ours back. Pope over on everything. Yeah, the first Call of Duty tournament is 25th that weekend is the Boston Major, so that should be
Okay, now we're cooking.
We'll be locked in on that.
I mean, this is just tough. I didn't know this is a new thing in Madden, but if you're doing so bad in Madden, it will tell you that you should quit. Kai was told he's so bad. I mean, he's got routes.
He
He's
could have
got
thrown it to a couple.
and I didn't.
We noticed you're having a tough game. Seems like we have matched you with an opponent above your skill range. Do you wish
That's insane.
Man, you're just getting dunked on by the
Chat is
game,
just trolling him.
dude. Game,
That's insane.
dude. That's when you know you're down bad. Like, bro, even the console's telling me, like, look, we checked your algorithm and you're shit, pal. So,
bro?
I mean, I understand the 21 skunk rule, but like, it's the
Nah,
first
bro.
quarter. It's not even
Yeah.
the first half. Like,
Nah, bro.
end of the first quarter. So much football left.
My boy was ass. I was watching a little bit of that stream. He is horrible. He's so bad.
I have no idea what's going on with this, but apparently this guy Greg paid $150 to murk a midget with a trash can.
What?
What?
What city is this?
I need context.
Where is this?
Now. I don't know.
Who like how many people like
greased
how many
salmon.
shots can the midget take per night? Like is there a limit on
When she's done with back shot to give her headshot? That's not
there
nice.
yeah, that's not right.
I'm going to hell.
But my thing is like how many like hits can
each midget
it-
take before you rotate them?
yeah,
Or is
like,
it like
do they have a
Michigan's D-line?
rotation?
Yeah,
I
do we
know,
like
there's
rotate
just-
them like Michigan's
There's
D-line?
just
Like,
always another one. But do they even have a rotation or is it just one midget like per night? And there's a limit.
I mean, it's a good question. I don't know, but
These
I don't
are
know.
These are questions we need to answer.
$150 though to just murk someone with a trash can. I don't know
Yeah, I
if it's a
know.
fair price. Like a little overpriced, if you ask me. This is incredible though. Star Citizen. I don't even know what that is. I think it's a game of some sort. Has a DLC pack that costs $48,000.
Like real dollars?
I mean,
What does it give you? What's it got? How do I definitive
ship Javelin.
175 vessels from every manufacturer. This perfect collection, including all ships released and concepted through 2953. What the hell? Empowers every fleet commander to forge a lasting legacy. Whoa. So you just get the best shit?
For $48,000.
Yeah, like I don't. That's like
A little pricey.
a down payment on a house. That's like you could like pay off student debt with that.
Or
like,
you could buy the ultimate
yeah,
Legatus 2953 package.
there you go. I mean, hey, more power to you. If you are a rich stooge and
Drake could probably
you
buy that.
love this game, what game is this?
I don't know. I thought it was Starfield at
Star
first.
Citizen.
What is that?
I'm looking it up.
Does it have good reviews? Like, I mean, I haven't seen.
It's an in development. It's not even out yet. In development multiplayer space trading and combat simulation game. Okay. When is it coming out? Game was announced in 2012. Features space simulator, first-person shooter, massive multiplayer online genres, 4 playable modes.
So I can either play this or I could play that Squirrel Battle
I don't
Royale
know
game.
what. Yeah.
And it's free.
Yeah, but they don't even have a date like.
So I'm sending you 48,000. Is this like another crypto zoo? Like, I just send you money and then like you come back and you're like, well, I can't actually do the project.
This seems like a game that may like never come out. You know.
It sounds like it. They're asking for 48,000. I don't really think they
Yeah,
got a good business model. All of our viewers, please don't buy that.
Okay, Star Citizen introducing 48,000 ship bundle, but only for players who have already spent 10,000.
What? Is there like? Is that part of like the Epstein like
controversial
tree or
space
some shit?
simulator that costs an eye-watering 48,000? Will arrive in the first quarter of 2024.
That's now.
and cost 48,000 despite the game not having officially launched yet.
I'm not buying it. I'll tell you that. I will not be a part of that.
It just gives you the best shit.
I have no clue. All right, moving on from 48,000. I don't know how to move on from that, but we will.
I mean, yeah, this sounds insane.
There's a Florida man who was suing Dunkin' Donuts for $100,000 after he was reportedly injured by an exploding toilet.
Okay. Was the toilet exploding or were you exploding the toilet?
Okay, now we get to the real question.
Or was the toilet fighting back? Like, dude, I'm dying in here, man. Like,
I'm joking.
I can't
I
keep
need
taking
help.
much more of this. Only so much I could take.
It's like from SpongeBob after Patrick uses Squidward's toilet and it comes crawling out.
Yeah.
I mean, $100,000. I'd love to be the lawyer that gets this call and they're like, "Hey, we got a pro bono case for you, but actually, it's gonna be pro bono, but they said they'll pay you." Like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is gonna be the shit," and they're like,
Like, that's
"Oh,
good.
dude, no." I mean, good luck, dude.
Yeah, jeez.
I'll keep my eyes open for whenever this goes to court because I'd like to read the proceedings. This is crazy, dude. I mean, I don't even know. It's I made the mistake of taking my autistic brother to the airport with me.
What you
I
gonna do?
don't
Leave
think
him at
he's
home?
flying on Allegiant. That's a good point. That's a hate crime, I think, at that point.
Mistake of taking my autistic brother to the airport with me.
Who are you? What are you doing? The fuck are you doing?
Mistake of taking
That has to be planned. There's no way.
There's no way people do this in real life.
Looks like Ethan Payne.
This guy, there's no way this is real.
That's Bazigi.
It might be.
Bazigi in KSI sitting here. I mean,
I mean, you can't do that. That can't be
moving
real.
on. Moving on. This is pretty good. I think this is the reaction we would have for sure if a monkey starts getting active. You gonna get active? All right, fuck you. You know what? Ass out of here. See, and the rest are coming too, so you got to keep your head on a swivel because they're coming.
Yeah.
So you got this
Once
guy.
you hit
all right,
one,
and then here come the rest
boys
of the
come out.
colony.
Yep. Boys in trouble.
Hey, if you're gonna swing on the chimps, just to know, they got ops looking everywhere. I mean, I don't blame him though.
No.
Guys,
I mean,
guys swinging at him. All right.
they're gonna scrap for their boy. Simple as that.
I'd like to know
Simple
how
as
this
that.
ended for him. Did he just start like smacking up like 3 or 4 of these guys, and they just fell into this abyss down here?
Yeah.
Does he owe the zoo money? I don't know. This is
He
crazy.
probably owes something.
I had to throw this up with Theo Vaughn, man.
Classics right here.
Some candlelight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
candlelights everywhere.
Yeah. Maybe a couple roses on the table for the
Yeah.
ladies.
Yeah,
A little bit of champagne.
the champagne,
Yeah.
the scotch.
Yeah, a little scotch. Damn, okay. Dang, bro. If I have too much scotch,
So fine.
I'll have Down syndrome, bro. Some candlelight.
Oh my gosh, man.
I have too much scotch. I have Down syndrome. What?
I mean, yeah. I know what he means too. That's the thing.
I do too. That's the thing.
I-
We're both on the same.
I get where he's coming from with that. Like,
Because you're be having a good time and you're just pouring the
Yeah.
bottle, and all of a sudden you're like,
you're just down bad.
you're you're down bad. Never mind. I won't do it.
A
I
little
won't do it.
champagne, a little scotch. Little scotch. Oh damn.
Obviously,
Scotch. I'll have Down syndrome.
everybody's seen the Las Vegas judge. Have you seen this full video?
Not the full video, just the clip
Oh
of
my
obviously
God.
him jumping.
If
in.
you see the full video, it
I've seen like the like no, actually I think we watched it last time. How long is the full one?
It's like less than a minute. It's probably 30 seconds.
Okay, no, then yeah. I think we saw
But
it
it
on the
shows
other.
her like reading out what his charges were before, and he's talking
Okay,
about how
maybe I
he's trying
haven't
to
seen
become a
that. I've
better
seen
person.
after when they're like struggling,
Yeah,
when they're
yeah.
all like rolling around up there.
So I watched the video, and I don't think it's under here. I should have added it to the queue.
Mhm.
But he's standing there like trying to just act like he's wouldn't hurt a fly. And judge is like, so why are you like filing for parole? Like, why should I let you out? And he's like, well, you know what, judge? Like, I'm trying to become a better person, even though it's tough, all this and that. And she's like, well, it's hard to believe that after you've got like,
All
3
this.
attempt
Yeah.
robberies, like I think 1 home
When
invasion.
you've done the worst shit ever.
Yeah, like you've, went to Epstein Island and like all that shit. And he's like, "Well, I try to be the best even when it's difficult." And she's like, "I don't know. I don't think I can really go for that." You hear him, he goes, "Man, fuck that." And he just jumps over the top.
He says, "I don't care, man. I'm about to run it down."
And then this is just disrespectful what the judge sees before
Basically, yeah.
just Foxy coming in.
Just flying in
Oh,
off the top rope.
yeah, dude, that was pretty comedy. This is insane, dude. I don't know really what happened here. I've watched it. Like, did you hear about this? Like the
Mm,
door on an Alaskan airline flight
came
just
off or
flew
like
off.
just open?
They're still flying. Hope everyone was paying attention during the
Yeah.
diagram. Like that's
Hopefully you had your seatbelt on.
Okay, so there was no one seated there.
so like if someone's seated next to the window, they're just sitting there like vibing out to their music, and all of a sudden they're just
How
free
high
falling.
were they? Like all the way up?
I don't know.
Imagine you just didn't have your seatbelt on and that thing came off and you just fly out. It's over.
So if you're in that position though, are you just closing your eyes and just turning your music up louder? Like I'm dead. Like there's nothing I
There's
can do.
nothing
I'm
there's
done.
nothing
Or
to
do you
do.
like keep like turn the music up? Like if you could quickly turn it to like
You got to go
Spider-Verse
out with something. Yeah. You
and
might have to go
just
Spider-Verse.
like just feel like you're flying and then
What's up, danger? You're just freaking flying down to the ground. You
They
just
got
hope like
there
last
right
second, please webs come out, please, 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 and then you just splat on the ground and you die. Like, what's up, danger? And you just splat.
What's up? Dude, you know how LG it would be that like you die but your phone keeps playing the music?
Yeah,
So they just pull up to the scene and they just hear that.
that would be pretty sweet.
I mean that's crazy. I tell you what, that doesn't happen on Spirit or not Spirit, Legion Airlines. There
No.
might be some other things going on there, but
Facts.
not that. Maybe a little too much scotch being given out. That might be it. This is crazy. This guy's just filming the arrival of his new car like a prick. What do you think's gonna happen here? Someone's just filming their car getting dropped off. Super excited.
Someone's gonna hit it from behind. Like someone's just gonna be speeding and just slam
Okay.
right into it.
I like that. Okay. It's a good guess. I like that. It's using context clues right there.
Yeah, I mean this car is getting hit somehow. New car. That's the only reason you're Oh, thought for a second.
Thought he was just getting taken clean out. Everything looks beautiful. There we go. One little moment.
Zo.
Okay.
Bijna de achterkant eraf.
And just as it could.
Godverdomme.
I'd say this is the biker's fault.
Yeah. But
He wasn't even in a bike lane.
But the car guy's still gonna have to pay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean,
Let's say
tough,
vehicle
tough,
versus a
tough
bike.
luck right there.
I'm not
Tough
gonna lie.
luck.
Does it ever piss you off if you're driving next to someone in the bike lane and they don't follow traffic rules? Like you have to stop at a red light and they just fucking rip around. Or do something.
Yeah, they just go rogue. I'm like, bro. Next time I'm gonna just hit you.
I'm just gonna open my door. Like you seen Zombieland, the first one?
Yeah.
Tahassee's driving
Just
by,
smack 'em.
kicks the door.
Facts. Sometimes that's the only thing you can do.
Teach him a lesson, man. Like this is bullshit.
You
okay?
have to. You gotta let them know who's boss.
And then when you hit him, you just roll down the window and you say, "Hey, I got a question for you. Who's got it better than us?"
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. That's crazy. That's unfortunate. That's down bad. This looks like, I don't know about you. I would absolutely do this.
Only a Freebird's playing in the background.
That's what I'm saying. And Freebird better be kept in the background, YouTube. Don't do this to me. I mean, I'd be down with
This
the boys.
looks
man.
crazy.
I'd never kayaked in my life. I'll
It just
figure it
takes
out.
one flip though, and your neck's broken, and it's all over. Oh, she wrote. Someone hits you left, and you go straight up into the rocks.
This looks like the cutscenes before like a campaign mission in Call of
Yeah.
Duty.
And then
You
you're gonna,
just
or
took a
like on
route.
just like a story game, you're doing this, and you have to like time jumps and stuff and go over logs. And then when you land, and it's like the boss battle starts.
Yeah, right here. Boom. There's a
Yeah.
Kraken. Like a Resident Evil or something like that.
That's pretty electric.
I love that this big white's just got some overalls. Like
Yeah,
that's
facts.
everybody else is kind of wetsuit, and he just
No.
fuck it. Surely an offensive lineman, right? This has to be like
He
a
had to have been
a
doing so
guard.
that or like wrestling.
fullback, something like that.
Yeah, some white position.
Yeah. I'd do that with the boys. That'd be fun. But yeah, someone might die.
Yeah.
Corb might not make it. That's the tough part, This isn't. I mean, maybe don't stand on the. This is why it's like the rules of sports, or at least football. Like if you're not moving on the field, you're probably gonna get hurt. Same rule.
Damn. Damn.
I mean,
Ooh, like yeah, no shit.
like,
No shit. Ooh.
like,
This guy got air time. Did he break his neck too? Is he Scorpion also?
oh, let's slow mo
Oh,
that
it's
shit.
like
Hold
the
up,
other
hold
way.
up.
It's not quite the Scorpion. It's
Hold on.
whatever the other version is.
Oh, fold up like a
Bam!
lawn chair.
Yeah,
That's what it
lawn
is.
chair. Yep.
Oh,
Who guy he got the best of everything.
a 2-for-1. How you done? We might have had toes tap the front of the head. That
Might
might
have
have
had
been.
a lot of shit go down there.
You're gonna need a chiropractor. Maybe some alcohol of some sort, some beverages. I agree with Albert. All right. Today was the first time I've ever seen one of these ESPN analytics fourth and whatevers not say go.
I know. This just always go.
It was 4th and 3 at like the 40 for Michigan, and Harbaugh's gonna punt, and the analytics come up and they're like, punt. I'm like, what?
I'm like, finally.
Yeah, y'all have been saying go.
Is that the
for
one
it
when they
every
went for
single
it?
game. Yeah.
And they didn't
Called
get it?
timeout, went for it. Yeah.
Maybe that's why I should have punted it. Maybe
That's
these
true.
analytics guys know something.
I mean, this is just so stupid though. The amount of times you'll look at it and you're like, it says go. All right.
Let's
Fourth
go,
and
fuck
I
it,
saw
let's go.
one 4th and 15 and it said go. What? Like, fuck it. You don't got a chance. Just go for it. Why not?
Yeah.
This is kind of cool actually. This is kind of a vibe. Just hating on the guy, just being a dude. You're hating on him, but he's onto something. You know what I mean?
This is elite level vibes.
And he's enriching himself with the classical music. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, this guy,
he's got his washing machine and his ironing board right
I wish I was
here.
him, man. This guy has no stress in the world right now.
He just needs like a nice glass of like wine or something and just kind of chilling with it, like
Yeah.
swishing it, swirling it around.
He's got zero stress.
Oh, we know he's got like the most incredible PC games in these.
Yeah, no facts.
Like that old school bass fishing game where like the catfish is bigger than the screen and you're just like, I don't know what to do. Did you ever play those ones?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Electric.
I can't remember the one that I had, but it was you'd fish and there was one like I'd always hook up with a catfish and like I said, it's bigger than the screen and I did every trick in the book. I lowered the drag, I increased this, I got bigger
There's nothing you
tests.
could do?
Nothing I can do. It's probably a demo version to be honest, and that's why. So they're like,
Yeah.
You don't get a fish you can actually catch.
Yeah. We're just gonna let you struggle here for a few minutes.
Hey, I could fly around in a boat though, and that was fun. They might be onto something. They said, "What's this lady Lynn's?" Said, "What's the male version of those Stanley Cups?" And like, yeah,
Yeah.
I got a decent amount of them.
We have we got some Dodgers ones. We got you have the yellow Dickies cups?
I don't think so.
Yeah, those are some good ones. Those are about the same size. You go to Dickies, you get a large
Right.
whatever
Keep it
cup, bring it
large.
home. Yeah, we got those. We got some Dodgers ones. Got some.
I got one from like
got a
Holland
couple.
Elementary School that
Yeah.
says like "Say no to drugs." Got that one.
Yeah, those are good.
Yep. Oh, I got a set. Remember, I bought at when we went to Washington D.C. They were like
Okay, yeah.
7 for 7,
Oh yeah.
and they like glow in the dark. Still got them. I got
Yeah.
those in 8th grade. Like those things are.
You'll
legit.
never get rid of them. Never.
No,
Gotta
these
keep
things
them.
will
Keep
never
them
let you down.
forever.
You know you'll have the best drink of your life in here. Maybe not the Pittsburgh Pirates one, and maybe not the White Sox.
Yeah.
That one might
Guy's
be chocolate.
clearly a White Sox fan.
Yeah. And they're shit. Did they just move their franchise? This is crazy. Smoking with a crab. You think he's actually smoking though?
Let's see.
Bad as shit, bro. There we go. Hey, man. Stop being sitting with the dope, brother. Love you, man. Oh, man. Get the shit, bro. Get the shit. Oh, wrong, bro. Get the shit. Bad as shit, bro.
I don't think it's possible for the crab to smoke. I don't think he has the like capabilities,
Lung
but
capacity? Yeah.
it's good. He's just holding it. He's just, hey, whenever you're ready, man, I'm here. I'll hold it for you.
I think it's just burning the shit out of his hand.
Yeah,
claws
I
just
mean,
like-
maybe. I don't know if it can really burn that badly. So, might not be too bad.
And then we just JJ Watt trying to get through to Frank about his fandom is just gold. Anytime we get Frank the Tank preaching and JJ Watt, have to go for it.
I put all my negativity right on the map. So let's say the Dolphins game Frank. Let's say they are going to lose, and you're going to be muted. Why not be happy for the hours leading up to the game and have some hope? And then it would possibly be even happier when they win. It would be better if I had like my team healthy. You guys doing living in the OR? You guys doing that? But they could still win tomorrow. They still have hope. They can still be great, and you can have an awesome, exciting day leading up to it. Instead of thinking of all the negatives. I just want a playoff win. Want just one? You guys got a good team. If you go out in the second round, I can live with that. I don't want to go out in the first round, especially when the Lions win a playoff game this year.
Don't count those chickens
Now
too
you're
soon.
more optimistic about the Lions than your own team. Back the boys, Frank. You got to back the boys. The injuries. But that's sports. That's a locker room. They're going to resolve. They're going to overcome.
They're just not even worried about it. I think someone stole something in a building next
Yeah,
to them. and the alarm's
someone
going off.
literally, there's people running with loot behind them right now, and they're not even paying attention.
We got a motivational speech from JJ Watt.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it.
Shout out, Frank. I think he's in here again. All right, this is kind of insane, honestly, when you think about the numbers here. This team gives is given $500 check after turning in $135,000 in cash that he found.
Okay.
Now, I'm sorry, Mom, because she's probably going to see this. I mean,
You got to keep that. You got to keep that cat.
me.
Like, where did he turn it into? The police?
Yeah, did he just find a random cartel member and was like, "Hey,
Is this your
belongs
guys?
to you."
No?
Like,
Oh, well, I'll give it to you guys anyway.
I don't know.
I don't know what you do.
I mean, we
I'm
can't
not
even
sure.
give the guy like 1,000. Like, we get.
I'm not sure, like, what is the standard, like, procedure to, like,
I don't know,
what
but
are you supposed to do? I'm not really sure.
I've never come across just $135,000 sitting on the street willy nilly. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And you
It's
never
for the
will.
better. Yeah,
And you
maybe
probably
for the
never
better.
will.
Most times when I've seen money like that in movies, people get killed.
Yeah. Facts.
I just couldn't resist just Vrabel just laying in a Gentry.
Expand on because it sucks to lose, Gentry.
Yeah. Okay.
Trey, ever need to show you anything?
Did you have another thought or no? I'm just curious.
Why?
What?
Fucking sucks.
What? Yeah.
Losing.
Yeah.
Awful.
Hold that one, Gentry. Okay.
That's why I want to win.
That is the
'Cause you
future
don't
head
sleep.
coach of the
You want
Patriots.
to win for
Has
the
to be.
players that bust their tail.
I'd
That's
love it.
Losing sucks.
You got any other ideas?
You got anything else, huh? You want to ask me?
Just this frame right about. He looks like that. You know when your dad looks at you and says like, "I'm not mad. I'm just
I'm
disappointed."
just disappointed. Yeah.
Like you're fishing and he just kind of
He's just
turned and gave you
pissed.
the news and just turns back and you're
Yeah.
like, where do I go from here? It's tough, Gentry. Been there before, man.
All right, you figure it out, Gentry. You'll start asking the right questions.
I haven't gone golfing at any point in my life besides the golf range.
Mhm.
I am lining up a ball right now, and I'm aiming for somewhere in the upper body.
The hell is this?
I'm aiming.
Making TikToks?
Uh,
Shitters, man.
like, surely a kidney shot would get that done, right?
You'd like to think, huh?
Because it doesn't kill you, but it just gets you off there. Like, hey,
Yeah.
get out. Yeah, I hate people too if they do that, man. Sorry, shooter. This is crazy. You watch this dealer; he cheats throughout the game. Just watch what he does,
He literally gets a 20 every single time, bro.
and you're gonna find out his secret.
Imagine he flipped his card over and he had to reset the whole table. I would want him to do that. Please flip your card over, bro. Make that mistake, bro. What on earth is he? Yo.
Whoa. We know
Hamming.
it's a 10, right?
Yeah.
Bro. Yo, side bets and everything, man.
He's got the best winning percentage as a dealer.
Whoa, whoa. If you hit, you would have been in there, bro. I told you.
Damn.
If I hit, I would have been down bad.
Boy, swapping cards?
That's 6. That's 15. That's 21.
He's checking cards and swapping them. This isn't a YMCA, sir. You don't just get to pick and choose. Look at this.
Whoa, he's actually scamming.
Magically.
Whoa.
You can't trust these guys, man.
He just pulled
that shit out of his ass.
He put that card behind, gave him that card,
Whoa,
took his
he's
card,
actually
slides it over.
scamming. Whoa.
Finessing, bro. Can't trust these guys.
I don't think this individual has ever watched Casino.
That's why I'm not doing this online thing ever.
No. If I'm ever betting,
I'll go in I'll go in person and do it. Like I don't have time for all that.
This is crazy. I don't even know what this is supposed to do. It's an anti-theft suitcase system from 1961.
Okay.
I don't know how this thing's supposed to work, but I think it might kill the user.
Jeez.
What?
It's gonna murder somebody.
What if the user forget? Like,
how do you not stab yourself?
I don't understand how it works.
I'm not understanding a lot of what's going on here. If I'm being clear.
What is it? A windmill?
Could be.
Do I like detach those and start whooping ass? Like I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe.
Let's see this one more time. He just clicks a button and the transformer.
Yeah, I don't know what the thought process was behind all of this, but I don't think I'm a fan necessarily.
Do I have like direct TV in here? Like I got a little satellite going on? Like I don't know.
Yeah. Not sure either.
It'll end your day. Not in a good way. I mean, not another episode of Down Bad. Excuse me. This is just goes from bad to worse for Stooge.
Oh no.
Oh no. And then no. I'm feel for him.
The eyeball shot's the worst one.
Oh, you feel for him too.
Bam! Right in the eyes.
He's barbecue sauce
This guy's
too.
this ain't good.
You know his managers over here. We got one casualty. Shit, and then oh no.
Where is this?
I think this is
Domino's.
I think this is Don's.
Yeah. So is this marinara sauce, right? Or is this
thought
Domino's?
I thought it was Domino's, and I
Ooh,
thought it
yeah.
was. I don't know if it's marinara. It looks darker. I think it's like some barbecue sauce for like the wings or something.
Maybe, yeah. Either way, it ain't good. It ain't what you need.
Oh, and he might file for workman's comp.
I just never show up again, honestly.
I wouldn't. It's not worth it. This is crazy. This guy, time lapse, is cutting a tree with a slingshot.
Okay.
This is MacGyver as it gets. Here you go.
Probably started getting so hard at the end.
In this time, we could have gone to the store, bought a chainsaw, bought a ladder, set up the ladder, got with the chainsaw, up
Took
on
a trip to Hawaii, came back, then chopped your tree down.
taking a couple shots.
Yeah,
Like,
could have done a lot of things.
I mean,
it's
damn.
fun, I guess. Pretty fun. I give
He
him
went
that.
out there and said, "What can I do to get famous on the internet that's not been done before?" It's like,
Yeah. Has somebody slingshotted a tree down? No? Let's do it. Oh, geez, here we go.
oh, Frank the Tank's he's in full effect here.
Is it Tony Romo?
Oh yeah.
You still think Tua is an athlete? He just tweeted that out. These guys are unprofessional.
Unprofessional.
What day is the Dolphins game? It's a Peacock game, which means I can't even see it. I heard the Peacock is not even to be around.
They're canceling Peacock.
For the biggest moment?
They're not airing the Chiefs Dolphins game. Cancel Peacock.
Look at Ryan. Pat McMillOVER said it.
They're not airing it. Why would Pat?
I love this guy, man.
I love Frank.
You see, he knows. He fucking knows.
Tony Romo.
He tells me he's the next. You're gonna trade me Lonzo 100%. He's the insider. What did Pat say?
He said Chris Collinsworth is clapping and singing.
And rightfully so.
They just say Frank is very upset.
When do I get one? When do I get a victory? When?
I might pick the Dolphins this weekend, man, just cause.
Because of Frank, I want him to be happy, man.
One time, I want to see joy. I've never seen him happy before. I don't even know what it looks like.
It's gonna be.
But even when they win, he's not happy. It's like, watch, they're gonna lose. It's like,
Hey, down his hands. You're gonna lose. Shake it off. Shake it on your shoulder.
He's doing Taylor Swift. There's no way. Shake it off. Oh my gosh. One day, maybe they'll make a run.
Frank, just for Frank, bro. Get him. If they go to the Super Bowl, he has to be in attendance.
Oh yeah, he's doing the coin toss.
Has to be. This is crazy, dude. Like,
when I did my
this is crazy.
So y'all loved when I did my hydration station tour, so let's put it to use. I am making a peach ring water, which is inspired by my favorite water TikTok, Lauren. We're starting out with a Sunkist peach packet, and then I'm doing.
We have a TikTok water station. Lady, water is water. You're supposed to get hydrated from it.
Peach ring water.
3 pumps of cherry. I feel like all gummies have some kind of vanilla aspect, so I added 1.5 pumps of vanilla almond. Overall, this water was really good, so like 7 out of 10.
Fat stooge. Okay. I mean, there was only one body type that was going to show up right at the end, and that is exactly what I thought.
This guy is hilarious.
Yeah.
What did my fat bitch
Hydrating with snow cone. Yeah, you can't do sugar freaking like that defeats the purpose of the water. You just did 3 pumps of maple syrup basically.
And then
like,
1.5 of another one's right.
Like what are we talking about, man? Hydrate do a liquid IV.
Bro,
pour a little liquid IV packet in there, stir it up, no sugar. Okay, just straight sodium, electrolytes, water, vitamins.
This guy doubles down, and this is what he puts to get people to check out his music.
Oh my gosh. Like, that is insane. And of course, if I had to take a guess of who was going to show up at the end of that video, man, I knew what it was going to be. It was not going to be some skinny girl. Never is.
This is insane, dude. Well, everything I fucking got. Get the kettle. Because I didn't do shit.
Where's the rest of his body? I know it's in there, but like how?
So you remember that game Getting Over It, where you're in a fucking pail?
Yeah, this could be his life forever now. Guy could be screwed here.
Just love how pissed he is.
I already took my belt off. Ain't do shit.
You know what? What's that kid from the Polar Express. The hey, you know, some trainers.
Oh, yeah.
That's him
Kind of does
from-
look at the kid with the glasses. Yeah. I forget his name, but yeah, it does. It's a resemblance. And I didn't do shit.
I didn't do shit. I told you I put money line on the fucking Longhorns to win it, and they didn't do shit. So now I'm in a fucking pot.
I ain't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
Give a piss about nothing but the Tide. Blitz, Bama, blitz.
Blitz, Bama, blitz. I love America and I love the Tide. Yeah, I mean, he's got.
How did you get in here?
Yeah, how do you get it?
You can do it. You really can.
You really can.
His knees are hitting.
Leave
How
him,
did you
man.
get in?
I think what happened is he sat in.
Oh, and but the knees.
And then his knees. I think his knees are stuck, and it got so far that now his waist is in, and he's like, it's like a Chinese finger trap.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, finger trap.
When you're
Yeah,
trying
like
to pull yourself
pull.
back out, it's like it's suffocating you more.
I think you have to break this base. Like you
Or you let him frickin' sit in there for 24 hours. You don't let him eat food. He'll lose some weight, and then he'll slide out.
could do that too.
I think that's your best bet.
And every time you walk by, you heckle him, so you lose more weight. Saying, "I'm doing everything I fucking
Yeah,
can."
I fucking can.
Took off my belt.
Look at my belt, my sweater.
I didn't do shit. All right, Fat Stooge, out of baby. This is crazy, bro.
Got another
this
one.
is another
Gosh.
Fat Stooge coming at it here.
Size girl wouldn't date someone who's plus size.
Because why is that?
Because I want a guy who I can look at and admire and be like, oh, you know, like I would like to be that way. I would like to.
You don't want to see Jello.
Fit,
That's what we're
obviously,
saying.
'cause I want them to be strong and all this stuff. They can also help me improve in my fitness journey because I truly believe that when you're in a relationship with someone, you two influence each other so much. And I would like someone who can kind of help me in an area that maybe I'm struggling in.
But what if you're with a guy?
I mean, I don't disagree with her, but
I don't
like,
either.
you're definitely not gonna find that person. I mean, maybe not, definitely not is a stretch, but like,
What's the incentive for the fit?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I
what
get
do
what you're saying. Like, oh, maybe he'll help me. Like, I want a strong man. Like, sure, all right,
But like,
cool. And I want Margot Robbie, but like, what?
we don't get it. Yeah.
What am I doing? I want her because I want someone next to me who's like it's like
Yeah. But
let's live in reality.
I mean, I hate to burst someone's bubble, but it's like this type of delusion. Like, okay, you want someone fit. I get it.
Get it.
You got to show it fit too. Like, especially
Yeah,
someone
like,
she's talking about who's got good physique is not.
yeah,
gonna
maybe
be
like
okay
you
with
don't have to be like you don't gotta be like
P90X.
you could be a bigger girl. Like, you don't have to be like skinny and like or like
Yeah.
gym shredded. Like, you don't have to. Guys are pretty like
Pretty
the
simple
strike
creatures.
zone is pretty wide. Like, you don't have to frickin' show up perfect.
It's not like this.
It's not that narrow. It's pretty wide. I mean, we'll swing all the way down to about a 4 out of 10, really, on a dark day.
Choke up on the bat and just make
Yeah, just get some contact. Just get a ball in play here or there. Everyone's done it. Everybody knows.
So
But
she knows she's the just make contact.
I think she's just like wait and hope. Her strategy is basically like, okay, like she definitely is not on a fitness journey. Maybe she is. Maybe she's working out every day. I doubt it. She's on a wait and hope.
Right.
She's like, I hope there is a skinny fit guy out there that likes me enough to want to date me. And maybe there is one, and maybe she'll get lucky, but I doubt it.
I mean, I doubt he's gonna not eventually want her to kind of adapt to that life. Because like, if you find someone who's super fit, like they're gonna be in the gym a lot.
Yeah.
So like, you can't get
You're
mad
probably
at
gonna have
them
to go
for
there.
being in- Yeah.
So
Like,
the fact that you haven't found one yet is probably because you're not on your fitness journey in the gym, where all the fitness people are. So maybe like try that first. I don't know.
I mean, we're just trying to give you ideas here.
Trying to help you, man. Trying to give you options here. Okay.
Trying to help you be great, but if you don't want to be great, that's on you. This is insane. This is why we haven't played Warzone with the boys, because this is just absolutely insane. You want to see some aimbot? I'll show you some questionable. You tell me if this guy's aimbot.
What's wrong with that? I mean, it's just like blatantly aimbotting me.
Shout out Optic. Let's see. Maybe.
What am I playing, bro?
God! It's pretty accurate to me.
My boy is just spinning in circles, just ripping. This game, man. There's something there.
I can't wait to see
I feel
this
like
in
we don't
ranked
really go
too.
against many cheaters in like public matches, which is kind of nice, but
I do believe we played against a couple last night.
for sure. But like it's more rare
It's
than
few and far
like
between, yeah.
last year in ranked and like years before, and definitely Warzone. Like it's a little bit easier, but I'm sure ranked will come out and we'll get
Hitters will
scammed.
start cheating. We'll do
Yep.
fine until we get to higher rank, and then it's just all over.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, this can't go well. Who's this, Speed's sister?
Dude, this is insane. A girl sets off a firework on a public.
Go, 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 go.
Wearing a
Oh,
fucking
hell
11
no.
skate shirt. You're gonna see Jay. It's a terrorist act.
Just blow her hand off?
She JPP'd, I think.
Did she just JPP herself?
I think so. And everybody else is getting hit with like a thermite.
You didn't at least like put it on the ground? You're gonna hold it in your hand? That's how you ruin your life. That's how you change your life forever for the worse.
Yeah.
Don't do that, people.
Yeah. And that's all I got.
That's what I'd advise.
It's good
Don't
advice.
Don't be that person.
Good advice. I mean, let's see the big takeaways. Can't find someone on their fitness journey if you're not on your fitness journey, because you got to
Yep.
meet at the apex of the journey.
Yes.
Let's see. Don't let off fireworks with it in your hand, because they'll
Mhm.
JPP you and you end up with worse than 2 fingers.
Yeah. What else?
We want to see Frank the Tank get a win, but it
I
probably
want
won't
to see
happen.
Frank the Tank happy one time. What's
We
the
won't be.
point spread on that? I want to see like what their
3.5, I think it was.
Chiefs are 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah, I mean, they're just not going to beat the Chiefs, are they? Like,
There's a world where the Chiefs can't catch a pass.
yeah,
world
but there's
exists.
also a world where they're like,
They start
this is
catching
the
the rock,
ultimate like revenge game of like Tyreek revenge game or like Chiefs revenge game. I don't really know. It could go either way. Chiefs say we don't need Tyreek, but Tyreek says this is why you should have kept me around. Like it could go either way here. So interesting.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. We'll give a full wild card weekend breakdown later this week.
I
That's
will.
for
Oh, I
sure.
almost forgot. I have to give the final stats for the final rankings for our bowl pick.
Yep. Do it.
So this is the first year, ladies and gentlemen. So we had a 2-way tie for first.
We did.
We had a nice little 25-25 set, and we all both wanted to go with the Dubs.
Yeah,
And
we could have
neither of us
made the
got one for
decision. One of us could have swapped to Michigan, and could have won the whole thing. But it just felt
wrong.
It felt wrong to like go this whole way. We've been picking Washington basically every time.
Yep.
We've been riding with them for most of the year, hoping a Pac-12 team could make the run. So it's like I wasn't just gonna like it could have been a win-win for me. It's like I debated it. Do I pick Washington or do I pick Michigan? And if Michigan wins, I win the pick'ems. If Washington wins, I lose the pick'ems, but Washington wins, so I'm pretty hyped.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm not gonna be the scumbag that turns my back on the Huskies in their.
I already did that. It doesn't feel good.
No, I'm not gonna do it in their swan song. Okay, so I was there. They lost. We tie. And that's how it goes sometimes.
Good
It's
season,
pretty
pal.
crazy though.
Good shit.
We get through all these games. How many games are there? Like 40 something?
Yeah, it's about 40 something.
40 games and we tie.
I mean, if you think about it, man, like if
Damn.
Toledo holds on, I get the win, but Wyoming keeps you in it by a point. That's how good bowl season is, though. It's just like 1 point.
Or if I just roll with SC, I win.
Right, but you had to be.
But I
I
had to do it.
Yeah.
I had to pick against them so that they would win. Someone had to do it.
I think if you picked
Like the
USC,
Trump
I
clip.
think
I am the chosen one.
Somebody had to do it.
Somebody had to do it. That was basically me picking against my alma mater and giving them a chance to win. So all those little decisions added up to a tie.
Loved it.
So there you go.
All right, ladies and
Good
gentlemen.
shit.
See you in the next one, and peace out.
See ya.